All right. Hey, shalom. Shalom to the elect of Israel, whoever you might be out there. I want to start off as always by giving all praise, all honor, all glory unto YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakha, Wadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who rule well, who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah. Bahasham YAHAWASHI. Hey, Lord willing, this lesson is edifying to the elect out there, whoever you might be. And shalom to the 144,000. It's the brother Amawan Padah from the GMS Denver camp. Excuse me. Coming at you with a quick lesson in regards to remaining locked in. And when I say that, I mean locked into the truth, man. Locked into the prophecies. All right. Being mentally focused on what's real. All right. Not, being engulfed with the cares of this life. All right. Because we're at the end and we need to be focused. Okay. Speaking to myself first and foremost. So without further ado, let's get a quick precept or scripture. Hold on one second. So here we have the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 22. This is Lord YAHAWASHI speaking, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His true name in the Hebrew is YAHAWASHI. All right. The Son of the Most High, Yahawah. All right. And he says here, the light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light. All right. So we're talking about the mind's eye right here. Your mind is going to be single. And the light is this truth. All right. This glorious gospel that we've been brought into. All right. This marvelous light, as the scriptures call it. All right. Everything else outside of this is vanity. You got to realize, man, that there are a lot of distractions out here. Okay. Especially because the weather's getting nice. And that's something that me and the brothers, we discussed, here at GMS Denver. We talk about all kind of different things. And we're having a spiritual conversation speaking on, how this society is just vanity. All right. These people are caught up in their vain lives, not worrying about Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI. All right. They're worried about everything except salvation. Our mind is focused on salvation. All right. So our mind is full of light, man. You see what I'm saying? But it goes to say on the next verse, but if thine eye be evil, thy whole body shall be full of darkness. If therefore the light that is in thee be darkness, how great is that darkness? Okay, now you see, if you got your mind focused on things that are not pertaining to salvation, like the rest of these people out here, man, the 2/3 of our people, should I say, all right, who are not seeking the Lord, you know what I mean? Their minds are full of darkness, man. Their minds are full of wickedness, man. Because if you're not focusing on, the truth, the things that pertain to salvation and receiving, mercy, then what is your mind focused on? It's focused on bullshit. Okay. And a lot of these Israelite groups, they fall under that too, man. They fall under this verse right here. They might have on the fringes. They might have, the nice matching garments and the huge congregations. But if they're not focused on serving the Lord, because that's what we're here to do. We're not here to just, we're not here to make ourselves anybody, to be Israelite celebrities, nothing like that, to gain clout. We're focused on doing the will of Yahawah, bahasham YAHAWASHI, and that's to preach and to prophesy and to make his word known in the earth, to glorify his name. All right. But you got these other groups that are not locked in to doing that. They're trying to do everything else. So how much darkness is really inside of them? You know what I'm saying? That's what it's really saying right here. That's what YAHAWASHI is saying. How great is their darkness? All right. And it's being made manifest. And this ain't even a video to get on these other groups, but the spirit is moving, the spirit is speaking. All right. You got a leader that's more concerned with Hebrew Israelite fashion shows and, jet setting across the world to make himself to be some kind of celebrity, then you got to realize, man, how great is that darkness inside of this person, man. All right. The men of Great Millstone, we're focused on prophecy, starting with the elder apostle to Har on down. So we're full of light, man. And it's a fight to stay that way. All right. We're in the spiritual battle, because that's really the main point of this lesson is fight to stay locked in, man. We're at the end of this thing. All right. We ain't trying to let no darkness creep in. All right, here we have the book of Ephesians chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 10. It says, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and in the power of his might. We got to be strong in these last days, man. This is a spiritual battle. All right. And just at camp recently, we were seeing these demons, trying to afflict us, man. We had an old lady walk up and bump into one of the brothers and then start talking shit. We had a homosexual Jake come up and say that he's a witch and he's going to put curses on us, man. That's these demons turning up, man. We're in a spiritual battle, man. And we're going into the heat of the battle as this thing becomes more and more, how should I say this? This society becomes more and more evil as it's circling the drain. We got to make sure we're girded up, man. Keeping focus and not letting, these distractions get to us, man. We got to always be mindful, that we got to continue to fight these demons, all right, and things that, afflict our mind, all right. So we're moving in the power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, and keeping our mind focused on the Lord, man, and what he wants us to do. Okay. Verse 11 says, put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. And the word wiles goes into strategies, man. So Satan is trying to strategically get us up out of this truth, man. Okay. You got to understand that this is a battle. All right. And it's not a physical battle. It's a spiritual battle. Verse 12, it says, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Yeah, man. You got to realize, man, these people, the elites of Esau, Edom, all right, they're doing enchantments and all kind of different shit, on the left-hand side, to afflict us, man. And we got to move in the power of YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, so we could be, strong in these last days. This is a spiritual battle. This society is collapsing, man. You got people bugging the fuck out all around us, family members, your woman, if you got one, you know what I'm saying? Your kids might be, wilding out. Because Satan, he uses all these different things to get our eye off of the target, man, which is salvation. Okay. So we're fighting a spiritual battle, man. And just knowing what time we're in the end of this society, man, you know it's going to be rough. So we got to make sure we gird it up, man. It says, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all to stand. We got to use it, this wisdom, man, that we've been given. The Lord gave us these, scriptures to strengthen us, man, to guide us in these times we're coming into. He's given us, the apostles and the elders, man, to teach us the right things that we need to do in the time we're coming into, in the times we're currently in. Okay. So we got to do whatever we can to withstand the evil. All right. Because there is a spiritual resistance against us, man. Okay. And you don't want to be a casualty of this spiritual battle. We got to do whatever we got to do, man. Fasting, if you got to do that, you know what I'm saying? Praying more, reading, standing in his word. Okay. Let's continue on to verse 14. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness. There you go. Look, man, we got the truth. We have the truth, man. Here at GMS, a great millstone. All right. And we're not saying that out of pride. We're saying it because the Spirit of the Lord is definitely dealing with the elder apostle Tahar on down, man. And the men that you see here in GMS, the sincere prophets. And it's not of ourselves, man. So we got to remain in the truth, man. We can't be, getting swayed by these false doctrines and ideologies that are running rampant out here, man. All right. You see? All right. Now, when it says the breastplate of righteousness, all right, we understand that our righteousness is as filthy rags, man. We're not perfect, but our righteousness comes through faith in YAHAWAH, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. And also, it goes into the way that we move in the earth, man. You see what I'm saying? Staying out of trouble, staying out of, the wicked mindsets of these people of the world, man. All right? Because if you're out here doing wrong, man, doing unrighteously, doing unrighteous things, that's like an opening for Satan to come in and attack you, man. All right? So we got to be moving in the right spirit out here, in our daily lives, man. Every day. Judging according to the scriptures, man. Every situation that we find ourselves in, to the best of our abilities, you know what I mean? Verse 15, it says, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. All right, gospel goes into the good news. All right, and peace is coming to those who serve the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're finna go through hell, but the Lord gonna bring us into a state of favor. Lord willing, we're of the elect. All right, and ultimately, when Yahweh shall return, He gonna restore the peace on the earth for the nation of Israel. That's the good news. All right. Above all, check this out. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. And those fiery darts are being shot, man. All right, don't get caught slipping out here. Know that we're in a spiritual battle. Different things are happening. Brothers are going through different situations, in their lives, different ailments, monetary situations, family situations, whatever it may be. All right, we got to remain locked in. All right, and keep the faith. That's going to quench all those fiery darts that are being shot at us, man. Knowing that the Lord Yahweh is, and His Son YAHAWASHI is with us. Though we can't see them with our carnal eyes, we know the Lord is dealing, man. All right, and if we continue to do the right things, moving in righteousness, man, to the best of our abilities, moving in obedience, then the Lord got us, man. That's the faith that we have coming into the time we're coming into. Because it's only going to get worse from here on out, man. America is done. It's through. Babylon is finished, man. It's circling the drain, man. Okay? So, keep the faith, man. This is a spiritual battle. All right, verse 17. And take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High. Man. All right? The helmet of salvation. Always keeping salvation on your mind. You see what I'm saying? That's what we're in here for. We're in here to be saved, man. Not to be destroyed with the rest of the world. We're here to be saved, and we're doing whatever we can to remain in good favor of YAHAWASHI. Because the Lord YAHAWASHI about to be on His way, man. All the signs are here, and we're looking to be saved. And you Israelites that are here in America, Babylon the Great, understand that this place is getting ready to go down, and it's going to go out with a bang. All right? To the tune of 200 million thermonuclear missiles or thermonuclear warheads. They're going to be detonated on this place in World War III, which is at hand. We're already in World War III. It's just got to heat up to the point where it's going to go nuclear. And that could be sooner than later, man. All right. We understand they're going to bring the RFID microchip. You see? And that's part of having that helmet of salvation, too. When they collapse this economy and they bring forth the RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, spoken of in Revelation 13, all right, verse 16 on down. We got to have that mindset of, hey, I need to be saved, man. And we understand that if you take that chip, if you bow the knee and take that RFID microchip because it was getting too hard, you know what I'm saying, or whatever excuse you might have, understand that you've canceled out your salvation. You see? The people of the world, they're not going to be thinking about that, man. They're going to be thinking about how to feed their own bellies in that time. That's why they're going to take the chip and lose their salvation. The opposite is going to be with the elect, man. The opposite of mindset is with the elect. We're looking at it like, look, ain't nothing worth my salvation. If I got to suffer and be an outcast of society, then it is what it is, man. Because we got our mind focused, locked in on salvation. It says, in the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of the Most High, man. This word, all right, sharper than any two-edged sword, as it tells you in Hebrews 4 and verse 12. We need this word to be within us, man. That's going to get us through the different things that are coming, man. Just having our mind on what is written. All right. And having the eyes to understand it through the Spirit, man. Okay. This is what's going to keep us stable. It tells you in Isaiah 33 and 6 that wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times. All right. This word is important, man. We got to, keep reading and make sure we're doing our reading and whatnot and studying, because it builds us up and fortifies us, man. All right. In the spirit. All right, got 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and verse 3. And it says, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. Okay. So our warfare, like I said, is spiritual, man. Okay. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High to the pulling down of strongholds. And that's what we're doing. This ministry is a mighty thing. It's a mighty work of YAHAWASHI. All the men that you see on the highways and hedges, all right, proclaiming his word. Hey, those are attacks against these damn evil spirits in high places, man. The elites of Esau, Edom. We're pulling down their strongholds with this word, man, preaching this word. Coming in the right spirit and breaking down the scriptures correctly, shining his light. We're breaking this place down, man. You see? All right. So we don't have to, fight these devils carnally. All right. You see, our weapons are spiritual, man, and they're more powerful than any of Esau's weaponry. All we gotta do is speak the words of YAHAWASHI, remain locked in, all right? And this place is gonna crumble, man. Just like, we walked around the walls of Jericho in the scriptures. We know that account, all right? We didn't have to physically go attack Jericho, man. We just walked around in the spirit of the Lord, all right? Circled around the city, and the Lord brought it down, man. That's what we're doing in the spirit, okay? We pulling down the strongholds of Esau, Edom, all his lies, his deception. All right. And now you see this wicked kingdom crumbling, man. Let's get a quick precept on how powerful the word of the Lord is, man. All right, here it is. Since I quoted it, this is Hebrews 4 verse 12. It says, for the word of the Most High is quick and powerful and sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing even to the dividing asunder of soul and spirit and of the joints and marrow, and is a discerner of the thoughts and intents of the heart. Yeah, man. This ain't no lightweight deal that we're a part of. All right. The Lord has called us to wield this sword of the word, man. All right. This word is like a spiritual sword that cuts, lies. It cuts false ideologies. All right. When it's used correctly, this word, all right, is killing these damn Edomites, man. You see? And that's why they want to come after us. That's why the persecution is going to come, because they're getting cut with this word that the prophets are speaking through the power and spirit of YAHAWASHI. All right. This is one of my favorites right here. The book of Jeremiah, chapter 23 and verse 29. It says, is not my word like as a fire, saith the Lord YAHAWASHI, and like a hammer that breaketh the rock in pieces. You see, we have the most powerful weapon on the face of the earth, man. This word, man. So we gotta remain locked in, locked into the word. Nothing else matters. All right. This word that we speak is breaking this bitch down, man. America is crumbling right before our eyes, man. All right. So back in 2 Corinthians chapter 10, okay, verse 5, it says, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of the Most High, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Hamashiach. All right, you see that? This word, man, that's what it does. It casts down imaginations of men, all their little false ideologies and false religions. All right, we're casting those things down, and those who exalt themselves, all right, these damn scholars that quote unquote Bible scholars. All right, they're getting cast down by this word because the prophets are speaking it through the spirit of YAHAWASHI and breaking it down correctly. All right. I mean, the prophets, man, we are a problem to these people, man. All right. But yeah, man, I got one more. We're gonna close it. All right, here we have the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 31. This is Lord YAHAWASHI speaking. And he says, therefore, take no thought, saying, what shall we eat? Or what shall we drink? Or wherewithal shall we be clothed? That's a lot of the thoughts that come to the mind of these people of the earth. All right, these heathens, these Edomites, and even the 2/3 of our people. All right, you see that they're more concerned about how they're going to try to save themselves. But it goes on to say, for after all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things. The Lord knows what we need, man. All right, yeah, we know we're coming into a time of famine. We're coming into a time of hyperinflation due to these tariffs and whatnot. All right, economic turmoil. All right, we understand that, right? But we're not worrying about how we gonna get it. We're just locked into what the Lord wants us to do, man. Okay, the Lord knows what we need, and He provides. All right, and here's the point right here, verse 33. But seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and His righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you. And the Lord is not lying, man. You think the Lord is lying about this, man? He said this right here, red letter. So we need to be locked in on seeking the kingdom, man, doing what we're supposed to do for YAHAWASHI. And everything else we need is going to be added unto us, man. All right? So that's part of this spiritual battle, man. Staying locked in. All right? We have the way to salvation. All right? Everything else is vanity. So don't be distracted by the cares of this life. All right? And focus on the Lord, man. That's just, my message to you, hopeful elect out there, man, through the Spirit. So hopefully this lesson was edifying to the elect, whoever you might be out there. All right? I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI, bahasham, Rakha Kodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and who taught us this truth through the power and spirit of Yahawah, bahasham, YAHAWASHI. Lock in, man. Stay locked in. We almost up out of this thing, man. All right? Kwame Asharala in the Bible Bar. So